Hi everybody, so today we'll be doing a review of, let me adjust this a bit, of the Kaweco Sport. This is one of the Kaweco Sport I got second hand. We have one of the sites, and so second hand site, so I got a white version of this pen. I mean, there's almost like universally a lot of videos talking about this pen, so I guess you don't really need an introduction. About the only thing special about mine is that it comes with a stub nib, and I fixed the converter with it. I'll get back to that soon. Okay, so initially when I got this, the owner had only used it with cartridges, so I tried, of course it's hard to get cartridges around here, so I decided to just buy a small converter for it. Let's maybe start with some of the basics. Let's see, what's the weight of this thing? 14 grams filled, right? So 15 grams filled. Okay, so I filled this guy with Kaweco. I filled it with Robert Oster Sublime. Kaweco Sport White. Robert Oster Sublime. As you can hear, the nib of this pen is smooth. It's really smooth, and there's not much sweet spot or whatever to it. Just try to get a close up of the nib. Is the great Kaweco nib, and let's try to do some, because of the stub nature of the nib, you get some natural line variation, brightness. Robert Oster by default is not really a very wet ink, and it dries quite fast. Yeah, so I'm using some cheap journal that I got from the DIY shop. There are no quick brown foxes in Malaysia. Anyway, the thing about this pen is it fits well in the hand, as you can see. I can write with it like this. I can cannot write with it uncapped. It's just too small. I tend to hold the pen about here in the mid, so I tend to use it like that. That's fine with me, and I've thrown this guy in the pocket, and it has followed me to work, and I've pulled it out for jotting purposes. Oh, sorry for that. Yeah, anyway, so you can see the smoothness comes through that stubby, that's 101 stub, 1.1 stub. It's great, and I really like how the color is like how it accentuates the color via the nib. Okay, now let me get to why this still doesn't end up being in my daily rotation as much as I want it to. You see this converter here? So the thing about this converter is it really suffers from a problem of ink starvation all the time, because the ink just sticks up here. And the fact that this comes with a 1.1 stub has made it worse, because every time you press down the nib, the ink comes out, a bubble forms around this area here, and the ink just doesn't want to go down. So you see now actually, this is not the standard Kaweco, or it's the standard Kaweco nib, but I added a small spring inside. So now when you do this, the ink actually moves because there's an aggregator inside there. Of course, the standard Kaweco converter that you buy just won't have it. I tried everything with this. I opened this up, I lubricated, I put some silicone grease in this plunger. I put silicone grease here. I tried using this same ink with the cartridge. Didn't work. The only time when it didn't have a problem was when I actually used this in eyedropper mode. In eyedropper mode it's fine. Somehow, Kaweco, listen up, your converter needs some work. So this part here, it just ends up being sticky all the time. The without that aggregator in there, it just won't work. So you know, if you hold your pen up like this the whole day, then when you want to write, it suffers from ink starvation. The ink will all be stuck up here and it won't go down. So yeah, you need either that or something to break the surface tension. I tried adding some small drops of dishwasher soap to this. It does work, but I ended up putting too much, so ended up the ink leaked all around the place. So yeah, just didn't work that well. I mean, looking at the problems that it has, I'm really like tempted to try Delight Alpha, because Delight Alpha, you can actually put a standard converter in here. I don't know, maybe I will have better luck with that. I don't know. This converter that Kaweco makes really needs some work. So that is why it still doesn't end up being in daily rotation for me. And if you were to ask me for a rating, I would rate this pen as 7.3 because of the problems that it has. It's a great writing pen. I really like how the nib writes. It's smooth. I have read on forums people say you can throw any ink at this guy. This is just not true. With that converter in there, I think there are only certain inks that work. I tried actually one ink that works really well with this without the need for the aggregator is the Moonstone from Monteverde Inks. And that is a lubricated type of ink, so that works rather well. Aside from that, other inks just it just doesn't work that well. So because of these problems, the rating that I'm gonna give for this is 7.3, and that is my review of the Kaweco Sport. So until the next time, till we meet again, happy writing from Malaysia. Bye.